In this video, you're going to learn how to create a canvas into Procreate, how to make a straight line and geometric shapes, how to color your drawing, how to pick a color, how to color drop the colors, how to turn on the alpha lock, how to use the perspective grid, how to add text into your drawing, and how to crop and resize. Hi everyone, so in this video you're going to learn how to do a lot of stuff into Procreate 5s. So if you like the video, don't hesitate to subscribe and to give it a thumbs up, that always helps. That video is oriented to beginners that just have Procreate and don't know how to do things with it yet. And so that we're going to start right now. The first things we're going to do is that we're going to create a canvas. For creating a canvas, you need to click on the plus icon that is just right here at the corner, top right corner, and here you have lots of different stuff that you can, different canvas, different size that you can use, and so me, I've created some, but for now we're going to stay really simple and we're going to click on square. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to create a straight line. So the first thing you need to do for creating a straight line into Procreate is just to draw a line and then just stay pressed on the screen with the pencil, and now you see that you can just extend your line as much as you want. And if you are putting fingers on the screen while you are holding the pencil on the screen, you can just snap your line at an angle, which is very useful if you want to do some different things. So once you have decided that your line is good, you can just release it, and here you have edit shape, and in clicking on edit shape you can have a sub menu which proposes you different things. This is depending the type of line that you have made, the shape and stuff. So it's sometimes you don't have that same menu right here according to the line that you have made, so it's a bit different. And here you have those blue dots, and when you are taking them you can just resize or extend your line as much as you want. And when you're done, you just have to tap, and that's it, you have a straight line. If you want to do the same but with circle or square, what you need to do is just to do a circle, stay pressed on screen, and now you can just resize your ellipse as much as you want. And if you are putting a finger on your screen, it's gonna make a perfect circle, which is also useful. Once you release it, you can click on edit shapes, and here you have those same blue dots that appears, and you can just use them for resizing your circles and so on and so on. So that's very useful. You can do the same for making a square like this. You see that I have created a shape. If I put a finger, it's gonna make a perfect square. If I don't, it's gonna make the form that I have drawn. And I can edit the shape, and I can just adjust it as much as I want. You can make triangle, you can make a lot of stuff like that. It's pretty useful. When you are looking to undo something into Procreate, you need to tap with 2 fingers on the screen and hit undo. If you want to redo, you have to tap with 3 fingers. It's as easy as that. Now we're gonna see how we can color into Procreate. So the first thing is that you are not forced to create a new layer for filling the background that you have here. You can just go here on the layer menu, go to background colors, and then you can just select the color that you want by adjusting the color wheel at the color that you want, and then you can just adjust things like that, which is pretty useful and quick. It's pretty nice, I like it. Once you have choose which color you want for the background, you need to color your drawing, and for that you go to the layer menu. You have a plus icon just right here, you click on it, and you're going to create a new layer. Often your new layer is on top of the layer that you have made for the line. So what happens is that if you are putting a colors on that layer, so let's see, for example, I'm gonna take this one, I'm gonna take that one, and so you can see that my line disappear, and that's normal because your layer is on top of the layer of your line. So for that, you just need to do, take your layers, stay pressed, and move it down under your outline layers, and then you will have your colors that will be under your line. Pretty useful. Let's say that you want to not paint with a brush, but just like make something like the color drop into Photoshop. So you need to first select the layer you want to color, and then you just need to press and drag, and then here if you release, you can see that it's colored. But the problem with that method is that it colors your outline. But if you want to have your outline on a separate layers and your color on another separate layers, which is a really useful thing, the things you need to do for that is going into the layers, you click, you tap a second times, you go to reference, and here you can see that reference appear on your outline. And now what you're going to do is go to your layer with the colors, and you're just going to do the same, but that colors gonna stay on a different layers, but still within the boundaries of your line art, which is a very useful stuff. I can't tell you how much it's useful. It really is. So now after that you can just use the same, and you can be like here and here. You can make like some color work like very easily. If you want to select a color that you have already picked, what you need to do is just with your finger stay press, and here it happens, and you're gonna see that here the color gonna change when I'm gonna release my fingers. And now you can just use the color, and that's it. If you want to put that color into a palette, you need to click on the little bubble icon, you go here on palette, and you can either put it in a palette that is already pre-existing, or you can create another one. So you can, if you want to put it in a palette that is pre-existing, you just have to tap an empty square, and you're gonna put your new colors in this. Or if you want to create a palette, you just have to click the plus icon right here, and then you can just tap it here, and that's it. And here you can just select the new name of your palette, so color test, let's say, for example, and that's it. Now another stuff, as we are in the topic of coloring, is that you can also use something that is known as the alpha lock. So what is the alpha lock? The alpha lock is a thing that allows you to lock a layer where a pixel has already been fulfilled, and it will be you will be able to color only on the pixel that has already been fulfilled. It's maybe not clear, so I'm going to show you. So first what you need to do is just with two fingers you slide to the right, and you're going to see here that you have that little I don't know, like a little icon that change in the background of your color. You see, like if I do it like that, there's nothing, and here you have that little stuff that appears. So now it means that on that yellow layer, I'm going to be able to only color on that layer. So I'm going to show you. Hold on. So I'm going to put like a big brush, okay? And you see, I go completely out of this, but it colors only on that. And this is very useful, particularly if you want to make some shading and you don't want also as well to paint and erase, and so on and so on. So you can just do some stuff like that, you know, and you can, with the pressure, you can just adjust the thing as much as you want. And that's very useful. It's one of the very useful tool into Procreate for coloring and stuff. So now let's say that you like your drawing and you want to add some text. If you want to add some text, you need to go there in the action menu, and here you have add. You click on add, and here you can add text. You click on add text, and now you can tap a text. So for example, here I'm gonna pick a color. I'm gonna go to the disk, and I am gonna go here, and I'm gonna just edit text, and I'm gonna tap, for example, something like hello. Let's say hello. You can select, voila, and you can here change the color of the text. That's the right way to do it. And now you have your text that is here, and you can move it as much as you want. You can inverse it and stuff. You can turn it as much as you want, those kind of stuff. You can, if you go to your text, you click on it, edit text. You can here, by clicking on edit style, do a bunch of stuff. You can choose the font that you want for your text, etc. You can adjust the size of your text. You can adjust the kerning of your text, the tracking. You can adjust the leading, this I don't really know what it is, the baseline, the opacity. You can just make some attribute to your text, so you can just center your text, put it on to the left, put it to the right. You can underline it, you can also empty it, so you can make a lot of stuff here, and you can also put it in uppercase as well. This works. So that's what you need to know for the text, knowing as well that you can apply some different effect on the text when it has been created. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put it, for example, I'm going to put it right here, let's say, voila. And so I can go here, so I'm going to select it, and no, it's not what I want to do. Voila. So here I'm going to go on warp here, and for example I can, by adjusting those little blue things, I can deform my text as much as I want. So if you have like a text that is need to be wrapped up around something, you can do it like that. That's all right. And that's it. So yeah, basically right now I'm doing absolutely some rubbish stuff, but that's all right. Okay, it's just for showing you how you can do things. Okay, once you have done those changes, if you want to distort your text, just know that you can't anymore edit your text. Your text gonna be rasterized, and so you can't modify your text, you can't add new words and stuff like that. You can't do nothing, so just be aware of that. So now, last thing that I can show you as well is how to create some perspective guide into Procreate, and also some grid into Procreate. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back on our empty layer of the beginning of the video. We're gonna click on the action menu. We're gonna go into canvas, and we're gonna go for drawing guide. We're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna go on edit drawing guide. So here you have a sub menu right here: 2D grid, isometric grid, perspective, and symmetry. So the 2D grid is perfect for making some pixel art, or for creating frames panel for a comic book, for example. This is perfect for that. Here, isometric is more for top-down drawing, top-down view. That can be useful for that. Perspective is for creating perspective grid. So you just tap on the screen, and you can create vanishing point that you can after that adjust as much as you want. And for example, I can create a second grid here and those kind of things, and I have 3 different perspective point, for example. And here symmetry is for drawing things with symmetry. So for example, you can see that if I do it like that, I have the symmetry tool that works, and I can change that. I just have to go to edit grid, and so symmetry option, I can go here, and I can just, like, for example, change the symmetry from vertical to horizontal. But I can also go here, still option, and go for quadrant now. So quadrant gonna do something like that. So hold on, I'm gonna just show you. So I'm just gonna clear it here. So quadrant gonna just divide your canvas by 4, and what you're gonna draw in one quarter of your canvas gonna be drawn into the other quarter. So that's the thing. It's pretty useful for making mandalas, for example. So like, for example, let's see, you can do something like that very quickly, pretty nicely. So that's pretty nice. And then you have a last option. You have radial, and so radial, basically what it means is that you can see that your canvas is divided in different pieces, and so what you draw in one area of your canvas gonna be redrawn into the others area as well. So you can do some things very quickly like that. That's pretty useful. And so if you want to resize your canvas or to crop it, what you need to do is just to go to the action menu, crop and resize, and then here, by just adjusting your canvas, you can select what you want to have. And that's it. That's my tips for Procreate. I hope it has been useful for you. It's pretty easy, but it's pretty interesting to see. So that's it. So that's it for that video. I hope it has been useful for you. If it's the case, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will make more videos. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Salut!